Hey everyone, and welcome to my review of Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So the title of this game is actually a bit misleading. This isn't actually a sequel to Super Mario World, but rather a prequel to the entire Mario franchise as a whole. The only reason it's titled Super Mario World 2 was because they didn't think the game would sell as well if it wasn't titled Super Mario World 2. And some of you might be wondering why I'm even bothering reviewing this, because a lot of people actually don't consider this to be a Mario game, but rather a Yoshi game, hence the title. And I can definitely see where those people are coming from, but for me personally, I've always considered this to be both Super Mario World 2, even though it's not technically Super Mario World 2, as well as a Yoshi game. So, I'm going to be reviewing it since I consider it to still be partly a Mario game. The game follows Mario and Luigi as babies being carried by a stork to their parents, but along the way they are stopped by the main villain of the game, Kamek, who manages to capture Luigi, but Mario falls all the way down and apparently doesn't die, and is caught by landing on Yoshi. So Yoshi and his family of dinosaurs decide to take care of Mario and also rescue his twin brother Luigi. Alright, so the game has 6 worlds, and your goal for each level is to protect baby Mario from enemies and bring him to the next Yoshi. If you manage to get Mario knocked off Yoshi, he'll go into a bubble and cry non-stop, which is extremely annoying. You have a limited amount of time to grab him before Kamek's minions show up and take him away. Maybe that's why the Yoshis take turns each level. They get sick of his constant crying, so they hand him over to the next Yoshi to deal with. Alright, so one thing I have to say right off the bat is that I love the art style of this game. It has this baby preschool look to it, and it fits perfectly considering the task at hand. The gameplay involves you as Yoshi devouring enemies and shitting them out as eggs that you can then use to throw at certain items and enemies in order to progress. That's right, your weapon in this game is basically Yoshi's shit. That's fucking hilarious. And for the most part, the levels are really fun, and there's even points where Yoshi transforms into certain things like a helicopter or a mold digger thingy, and that's always fun to use. The only part of the gameplay I didn't enjoy is the parts where you have to find keys to open certain doors, and that usually means it's a maze level, which I absolutely hate. Level 6-6, I'm looking right at you. The boss fights are really fun too. Usually it involves Kamek turning some creature big, and you have to find a weak spot by throwing eggs at it. Some of the bosses can actually be pretty scary looking too, like the Piranha Plant and the Koopa Troopa. But still, none of those bosses compare to the final boss. Baby Bowser is the final boss, and at first you have to ground pound him as he tries to ride you, but then it gets better. Kamek throws some magic on him and makes him incredibly huge. This is both terrifying and awesome at the same time, and in my opinion is the best final boss in any Mario game ever. I mean, just watch this. Also, by the way, the music in this game is amazing. So after you beat him, you rescue Luigi, and the stork carries them home to their parents. This game is fantastic. It has such a charm to it, too. If you're a Mario fan and haven't played this because you consider it more of a Yoshi game, I highly encourage you to check this game out, because I didn't think I would like it as much as I did when I first played it. It may not be as good as the first Mario World, but it's up there as one of the best Mario games. I'm going to give Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, this game is absolutely fantastic. It's really charming. So my next game review is actually going to be a double review. Next time I'm going to be looking at 2 Game Gear titles, Tails Adventure and Sonic Labyrinth. Why am I looking at 2 of them in the same video? Well, I'll explain that next time. But yeah, until then, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.